Here we are. Here we go, getting ready for a show, and I'm running just a little late. I hit the wrong button. It happens. It's just me and you now, and everybody's going to start getting here in just a minute. We're going to find out what is happening this weekend, and I think it's important to know we've got an incredible staff of people here that can make sure you make all the right decisions on all the fun, whether it's Donna or Taylor or Tabitha or Caitlin. We're going to make sure you know exactly what is happening in your neck of the woods this weekend. As a matter of fact, I feel like we need to go ahead and dive into it since I am running that much late. By the way, my name is Kramer. Doug Kramer Live is how you find me on all the socials. That's why it says it right there. We good? Okay, let's get into it, man. Find out the perfect plans for the weekend with our good friend, Donna.
Thanks, Kramer. Hey, look, this weekend, let me ask you a quick question. Do you believe in ghosts?
I do.
You do?
I do. The pastor at my church, I'm not going to get theological on everybody, but the pastor at my church said something one day. I was like, no, I totally believe in ghosts. He goes, what? I go, I mean, the Holy Ghost is all around us right now.
Oh, okay.
He did not think it was as funny as I did.
No,
all
right.
But I do believe in ghosts. I for sure believe that I've been in houses that have been haunted. For sure.
Oh, wow. You just set up the perfect segue for me. We're going to talk about haunted places in Franklin. We have a list out of haunted places, real life haunted places. I don't know. I don't know if I believe in ghosts. But some of the evidence there, some of these places, you have to think, I mean, they didn't do this. But anyway, there's a Lots House. It's a historical place. There's been so much evidence of a ghost there. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't prefer to go get scared.
Mm-hmm.
But my wife wants to do any haunted type of tour. My wife has been trying to get me to go to these for so long. So yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, Lots House.
Reluctantly, I'm leaning forward to learn about this.
Okay, all right. Hold on to yourself here. Lots House, downtown Franklin, kind of off downtown. It is a historic home, but it has been listed, listen to this, the most terrifying place in America, not just Tennessee, not just Williamson County, but America. Can you believe that?
You're not making me want to go now.
But I know those guys there who run that place, and they have shown me pictures. This is what is so crazy. I don't know if they've published these. You can go look their Facebook, see if they have. But they have a gift shop, like most museums, right? When you visit a historic home or something, they have a gift shop. And they finally set up cameras because they would leave at the end of the day, come back the next morning and find things out of place or knocked over. There was one picture they showed me where like they sell like little candies because your kids always want a candy or something when they leave those places. And it was laid out on the floor in the word no. The candy was spelled out in the word no.
Yeah. I mean, I believe that stuff is real. It gives me the heebies and the jeebies. And I mean, I'll go. And the last time we went to something that was like just a haunted house, it wasn't like a haunted house. It was just a Halloween-y type of haunted house.
Yeah.
I was very surprised that my wife made me go first, which is you don't want to be first. You don't want to be last. You want to go with a big group and kind of huddle in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be there if I notice something has changed when nobody has been there and it says no. That literally gives me the cold chills.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, there are other places listed. There's a whole street in downtown Franklin. It's called 3rd Avenue that people say is very haunted, lots of activity. There's a walking tour that you can take that's called, I can't remember exactly, but it will take you through these places. And they're really popular around Halloween. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. We've got all the information listed on our website. Also, we got a whole list of haunted houses. You mentioned haunted houses. If you really want to go get scared, I'd be like your wife. I'd make you go in front of me too.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst. And the chainsaw guy comes out, and I always question whether or not they took the chain off. I know that's illogical to think that way.
I know. Stop. What if there was a mistake? What if somebody didn't check it? I don't know.
They're in a hurry. Caught in traffic. They didn't get time to take the chain off.
Somebody forgot. Somebody didn't do the prop check before they started. There's a whole list of haunted houses. You know, the interesting thing that I've noticed, and I'm sure part of this is part due to COVID, but they're outdoors, which to me makes it worse. I don't want to walk through the woods and have someone running at me with whatever, or, you know, I don't know. I think it makes it worse.
Yeah, you're right. You're accurate. I love Halloween. Do not love scary stuff. I don't. I don't think I've ever watched a scary movie without filtering it through the old hands. Like I've watched every movie through the old hands.
That's me. Yeah. Yeah.
I am old enough that when my mom took me as a young child to go see Ghostbusters during the library scene where the librarian goes shh and then turns into a ghost, I ran out of the theater and I sat in that lobby for the rest of that movie while my sister enjoyed it.
What? So you've never seen the end of Ghostbusters?
As an adult, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because and you know what stinks is my 9 and 7-year-olds do not think any of that movie is scary at all. But that movie that did something to me.
Yeah.
Something to me, yeah.
I'm with you. I remember. No, there used to be all haunted houses were inside dark, creepy places, and they used to. I think they've changed in the last few years. You know, they would like grab you and touch you. Remember?
Yeah.
When we're young. I don't think they're allowed to do that anymore, but yeah, that's really creepy when you're walking. Somebody grabs your ankle, or your shoulder, or your hand, and you're like, "What?"
And we went to one in Universal Studios, LA. Like they had like I thought it was a museum tour of all the scary stuff. Like, hey, look at the wax figure of Frankenstein. And then next thing you know, oh, we're in a haunted house. This is awful. Like we go to one room and there were Chucky dolls everywhere. Some of them were animatronic coming at you, but one of them wasn't. One of them wasn't. One of them was a person.
Oh.
Yeah, and we had to find the exit on that one, and that wasn't me this time. That was my wife. I was so very surprised.
Oh.
She's gonna run in here any second now. Like, what are you talking about? That's not how that happened at all. That's how I'm remember it.
There you go. Well, if you're interested in those things, this is the weekend. We only have what? One more weekend before Halloween?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to look at my calendar here. Sorry, it's off to the side.
Yeah.
One more weekend. So if you want to do those things, they're available. Go check them out. I will not be joining you on any haunted houses or haunted tours.
If we do, I'm in the middle. Like I am not in the front. I'm not caboose.
All right. We'll put you in the middle. I'll be behind you. I want somebody in front of me.
Hold on, my wife just yelled Florida. She was listening. So but it was LA. It wasn't Florida. We haven't gone to Universal. Yeah. Oh, I won.
See, there you go.
And Chucky touched her. She's letting me know Chucky touched her.
Oh, Chucky touched her. Oh, that's terrible.
That's when we found out. That's too much. That's too much information for this. Yeah, it's too much information for this.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't want somebody to touch me. That's the worst. It's the worst feeling when something touches you and you're unaware and you don't even realize it.
Yeah. So what's some other stuff that's going to make me unsettled?
Well, those are the only two unsettling things we have right now. Let's talk about food. I always kind of give you a food update. I know you're up for that. I'll start with the bad news, then we'll give you some good news. Local restaurant 55 South, the location in Spring Hill, announced it closed this week. Kind of sad. It's owned by the chef Jason McConnell. He has his first one in downtown Franklin on Main Street. He opened one in Brentwood, and then he also opened his Spring Hill location. I think it's a tough time for restaurants right now. They said the reason for closing is due to staffing. I just think a lot of restaurants, especially locally owned restaurants, are kind of struggling right now. So support local.
Yeah, for sure. I got some friends that own restaurants, and watching them reduce hours was like the like oh no, but then they survive with reduced hours. So I hope everybody can find their own formula that works, or whether they go mobile. Some people have gone mobile with their so yeah, you hate to see one close.
Yeah, I was talking to one restaurant owner recently, and he said that he was trying to work on revamping his restaurant, and he said that he was working with some consultant, and they told them the future of restaurants is takeout. That people don't really want to come and eat out anymore. Millennials.
She was just here. Like, my wife can still hear us. She does like going, not all.
I like going out to restaurants, but maybe those that are like the fast casual knows. I think they said most people prefer just to pick up their food. They don't really want to go and sit in a restaurant.
Yeah, I as a husband and father, I do enjoy sitting down with dinner. It is difficult when we take the whole family. So the pro of that is you don't have to wait to get home to eat, and the food settles in a different way. But sometimes that works
Right.
perfectly. Like get a nice Chicago style pizza. That drive home is the perfect amount of time to make it settle before you eat it.
Yeah, yeah.
But then other times you don't want it to, the tortillas to get,
Soggy.
get a little off. It doesn't taste right. So I do like going out to dinner. Absolutely casual is the only way to go with our kids. That's 100% the way to go. But yeah, we're in a different world. Some people, like my parents, still aren't comfortable going out, even though they both, got their booster. Like they're still not comfortable going inside of restaurants, but they kind of do every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've cooked more than I've ever cooked in my life over the last 18, 19 months.
Yeah.
So I like other people cooking.
Yeah. Yeah. And other people clean up the mess for you, right?
That's it.
That's the biggest part for me.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But we do have some good news. I have some good news to share. There's a taco shop that's going to open soon, and I'm trying to get you guys an open date, but I don't have it yet. So I'm working on it. It's called, I hope I'm saying this correctly, Condado Taco. Condado. How do you spell it?
Natto?
Nado? I don't know. You
know
guys
what?
can correct me. I'm sorry. I didn't know how to say it.
Yeah, I would say condado if I saw that, but I know un poquito español.
Okay, so we'll go with you. It's going to open the next couple months. I can tell you that. I just don't know the exact date yet. And I'm working on that. I've been talking to them. We're supposed to have them on. If you watch Morning Source, they'll be on there. We'll be talking about it. So hopefully we can get you an update soon.
Yeah, I can't wait. I love tacos. I'm immediately interested because everybody has. I mean, there's tacos, then there's specialty tacos, then there's hyper specialty tacos.
Yeah.
I'm all about that life. Like I am all about that life.
I think I could eat, if you told me I could only have one food group the rest of my life, I think I could do tacos because there's so many things you can do with tacos.
Yeah, we had this conversation with our kids literally this past weekend about like what food, like what style of food would you want? And yes, beans, rice, cheese, meat, but the different type of meat. You can go chicken, you can go pork, you can go, beef. Like there's so many options. Yeah, I'll never get tired of that.
Yeah, something about that. I don't know. Maybe it's like comfort food. I don't know. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm always excited to go try a new taco. Can't wait until they open. It's going to be at the McEwen North Side, which is a new development. There's so many things going into that area. They got the Jenny's, the North Italia. There's another place going in there soon. I think it's called Radish, which is like healthy bowls with proteins and all these fresh foods. That's not going to open until next year. So we're keeping our eye on that development because there's like news coming out of there every week.
Well, I got a question for you before we go. If everybody in the world got like a Christmas gift, and that Christmas gift is the last thing you ordered on Amazon, what are we all getting? Everybody's getting the same thing. What you ordered on Amazon last. What are we all getting?
The last thing I ordered on Amazon? Oh. Okay, I ordered this for my daughter. My daughter collects these pins. Have you seen these kids that wear the little lanyards around their neck?
Mm-hmm.
Well, high schoolers, and they put all these different pins on there. It depends on what you're into, what your pins are. She wanted these backings for them that don't poke her, that cover those. So you're going to get a box full of backings of the little pins.
Yeah, the squishy backs.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I was trying to think of the name. Yes.
The squishy backs. Squishy backs work really good. Now, I'm exposing too much today. Pin trading is a thing you do at Disney.
Yeah.
So
the Olympics. Have you ever been to the Olympics? I went to the Olympics, and that was a huge thing at the Olympics.
Look, you don't have to out fancy me by saying
okay. I'm sorry.
You already know everybody. Let me have this.
Okay.
That you get.
Continue. I'm sorry.
When you're at Disney, you get your lanyard, then you get your, hey, look, you got a Figment pin. Great. I haven't seen Figment in forever because that used to be a thing at Epcot, and it's back again, but it's not the same. Where's the dream? So yeah, you can go up to the cast members and exchange pins. So like lanyards with pins on it is absolutely something that has been part of our life. So squishy backs is a clutch move. I'm glad we have them. I'm glad you ordered that.
Yes, that's so funny. It should arrive this week. So maybe next week, another show and tell. I can show you.
Well, I showed you my show and tell. Everybody's going to get a tiny little camera. That's what I just got this in yesterday. Everybody's going to get a tiny camera.
A tiny camera.
I'll let you know if it's good next week.
Okay.
If they pay me, it's great. If they pay me for that, it's of course excellent. But since I paid for it, I'll tell you next week.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm glad that I'm scared, but
Yes.
I'm sad something's going away.
Yeah.
You brought me back with tacos.
Yeah. I mean, I got to bring you back up, right?
Yes, tacos and squishy backs. I think we're good. That's the hashtag for the week.
Okay, I'm gonna start putting that. Go check out our social. I'm gonna put it on Williamson Source social. Go check it out.
Hashtag
Tacos.
and squishy backs.
Mm-hmm.
And no, do not give an explanation. People just have to see this right now to understand it. Now we have freedom.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put it in a story, and we'll see who watched, and then we'll have that.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week, Donna.
All right. Sounds great. See ya.
Now we need to go make our way to check out what's happening, what's going down on the scene with our good friend, Taylor.
Hey, Kramer. Thank you. I heard that you are scared of haunted houses, so I'm going to continue the conversation.
Thank you. You know what I was thinking? I need to have more anxiety in my day. So thank you and Donna for teaming up on me.
You're so welcome. All right, so I'm just going to talk about a few of my favorite ones that are around the area.
Mm-hmm.
So out down south in like Spring Hill, Columbia, I love Miller's Thrillers. It is back in full swing this season. They have got the whole space decked out to live your zombie apocalypse dreams. So they are going to offer visitors a chance to shoot. I'm not sure what, because I haven't been to this new one yet, but you get to shoot zombies before they take over the world. And of course, if you're a Walking Dead fan, who doesn't want to do that?
One of my friends was part of one of these where it was, you had to, take out the zombies, and it was like a laser tag style.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great concept. I don't want any part of it. I get why people like it. That is a cool concept. And like the balloon runs where the zombies have to, take down your balloon and stuff. Like all that sounds amazing for everybody else.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, you're supposed to be on you're being pulled on a tractor ride while you're doing it too. So they're not making it easy.
Yeah, and, everybody's gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, right.
Everybody else.
And then everyone else, except for yeah. But they've also got a zombie maze out there that you can do. So I'm excited to check that one out this season. And then a little bit further north in Spring Hill, there's Creepy Hollow Woods. This one is not as scary. It's not really bloody and gory, so that's why I like this one. It's also indoor and outdoor. So it's a very relaxed, very casual scene. They've got the traditional hay rides. You can go through a haunted maze and then the haunted house, but it's kid friendly. We'll say it like that. And then in Franklin, it's the Franklin on Foot Ghost Tours, which has been around since the early 2000s. They give you the chance to hear about real ghost encounters. You can get pictures, and you're walking around town, obviously, while you're doing this. And there have been some comments left that, people are walking in the group together and then realize that, maybe that person wasn't really there. So, I don't know if I want to encounter that. I don't think that's something that you want to encounter, but
nope.
Well,
I'll tell you, in college, there was a haunted railroad tracks near our college. So a lot of people went there. It's in the middle of nowhere, and we all load up in a car. And I was like, safety in numbers. I've already said earlier that if you're in the middle, you're good. You never want to be first. You never want to be last. You want to be in the middle. Better chance of survival that way. And we barely had a flashlight between the group of us. And we're about 100 yards into the woods and making our way to the railroad tracks. And they're like, well, down here past the cemeteries where we're going to start. And I was like, a cemetery? No one mentioned that. That should be brought up early on. I'll be in the car. So I went and sat in the car while my friends went out ghost hunted by a railroad track where a guy follows you with a lantern, the whole thing.
And, oh, no, I don't like that.
I don't like it.
I found this new one though. Speaking of cemeteries, I found this new one. I bought a ticket for it today. I'm super excited to see. It's called Canoe the Canny or Caney, I'm not sure. It's out in Silver Point, Tennessee. So first of all, you get on this bus and then it takes you to the destination where you walk through a cemetery. The cemetery then leads you to an old military base. And then from the military base, you go down to the water, you get on a canoe, and you canoe out to the sunken cemetery that's like underground. So you're like canoeing on the sunken cemetery underground and, you know, whatever.
I wonder if that's the cemetery that they did on, it's a History Channel TV show starring Josh. I can't think of his last name or the TV show.
It's not Ghost Adventures, is it?
No, it's not a ghost show, but he does explore things, and they did do one where they went to a cemetery. I'll think of it at the end. At the end of this broadcast, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's the unsolved mystery." No, that's not it.
That's what it was.
It's not that, but it's a show starring Josh, and I've actually interviewed him a few times.
Well,
He's very cool. Go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, I derailed you. So
well, I've got to. Okay, I need you to figure it out.
You know what? You keep talking. I'll search
But
while we're doing this because my brain will not let me. I have to circle back to this a lot. So keep talking about your trip there, and you go to the cemetery underwater, and I'll have the name of this.
Okay, so I mean, you're canoeing to the cemetery. They say it's like 15 feet beneath you while you're out there, and then the guide gives you a tour, and then you come back, and apparently the only light during this whole entire trip is moonlight. There's no like electricity out there, and so you're just doing this in the complete darkness and hoping it's not a cloudy night.
You're not making this sound great to me.
I am not making it sound great to myself, but I bought tickets and I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to do it.
Yeah. Josh Gates is the guy's name.
Okay.
And Destination Unknown. I had the word unknown in there.
Yes, I have heard of that. I haven't seen it though. Okay.
It's a great show.
Right,
I'm not getting paid to tell you that.
Yeah, so those are just some of the like local spots around here that I have tried, some new ones that I haven't, but I'm excited to get out there and see what they've got going on.
Well, this is not scary related.
Okay.
But it is festive. Here we are. You know, you have Halloween, then Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Like the next 3 months are going by in about a week and a half.
Right.
So if everybody on Earth got the same gift, and that gift is what you just ordered last on Amazon, what are we getting? What is the last thing you ordered on Amazon? What are we getting for Christmas?
Mermaid headbands. In my defense, they're for the kids I nanny.
That's amazing, and I can't wait to have that to hold my beard back, just to really get in there and have a nice little mermaid.
You can use it. I'll send you one.
Please do. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for making me uncomfortable talking about scary stuff.
Totally welcome anytime.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Don't forget the hashtag on there. Don't do that. Okay, let's get on with what's happening. Hey, so I'm ready. Last week, you got us some good info about all things hockey. What are we looking at this week?
So, hockey, the Predators started their first homestand. The first two games ended in losses, but last game on Tuesday night, they had their first big win of the season at home, and tonight they face the New York Rangers for their last game of this homestand. So let's hope that things go like they did on Tuesday.
Yeah. So I've asked some people throughout the whole show and on socials, and I'm very curious because the answers have been wildly different as we get closer and closer. I've already been scared all day long, for all things scary and Halloween, but I'm looking past that. I'm looking past Thanksgiving. I'm looking towards Christmas. Everybody in the world is getting the same gift, and that one gift is what you ordered last from Amazon. What are we getting?
A floor lamp.
You know what? That's not a bad thing.
It's
not a bad thing.
Useful.
You know what? If I was going to quote a movie, I would say I love lamp.
Honestly, let there be light.
See, there it is. You're taking us biblical. I went Steve Carell. who also played Noah. So we're good. I think we're good to go. Thank you so much. And I like that you put your socials on there so people can keep up with if they have other questions about anything that we retain, more than just hockey and more than just sports. You're good to go.
Yes. Well, I also have to let everyone know that coming off an incredible Monday Night Football win, the Titans are going to host the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, here at Nissan Stadium, 12 noon on Sunday. It's going to be great weather from what I've seen so far. So it'll be a great time to get out there and either tailgate or go to Broadway and check out one of the games.
Awesome. Well, we're about to find out what the weather's going to be like. Tabitha's going to be joining us in just a second. So thank you for that.
Well, she knows better than I do. But
an incredible weekend. Okay. Now let's get to Tabitha.
All right. Hey, thanks, Kramer. As we've had a very chilly weekend this past weekend, luckily we've had warmer temperatures coming into our view. So you can see for our weekend this ahead, we have our highs in the 70s and some lows in the 50s. Pretty sunny for the most part for the rest of this week with no rain at all. But unfortunately, we always have the rain coming around on our weekend. So we'll have some during Sunday with some pop-up showers and thunderstorms.
I cannot express how happy I am that it is hoodie and short weather. That is my uniform. I feel like I'm the best me when I'm wearing shorts and a hoodie, and sometimes Hey Dude, sometimes Crocs, sometimes my Jordans. It depends on if I'm going to a fancy event, I don't wear the Crocs.
Yes.
But the hoodies and short, that kind of goes around every time.
Yeah, it's the perfect kind of weather to really wear whatever you want. I mean, I'm a real big fan of sweaters and everything, so I absolutely love the winter weather.
Yeah, I can't do full on like tall sweaters, and I can't like when turtlenecks come and go in fashion. It's never good for me because I've got all this, and when I don't have this, still there. It's just shorter, and it just likes to go ahead and destroy every type of material that's close to my neck.
Unfortunate.
You don't have to think about that stuff. This stuff I have to think about when I'm getting dressed. Hey, will my beard or my neck hair destroy my clothes before I look fancy?
You see, there you go.
Yeah. So I asked a question earlier to everybody, and I like that everybody's posting up on all the socials. Everybody across the globe is going to get the same one gift for Christmas this year. Everybody's going to get the same one gift, and that gift is the last thing you got from Amazon.
What did I get? Man, I'm trying to think because, I'm a broke college student, so mom got me. I think she ended up getting me a phone cord because as Apple phone cords are, they break very easily. And I constantly go through them here at school.
It's a very functional Christmas gift for everybody. Very functional. And I like that when we get the packs of those, like I kind of throw them around. Like, one goes in the car, one goes in my studio, one goes by the bed. Hey, kids, you have one too, because you're going to lose them. And there's going to be that one that you think it's connected, and then you hear bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, I didn't charge it all last night. It kept connecting, not connecting, connecting, not connecting. That's a frightening fear. Okay, well, I feel like you've saved Christmas.
Thank you. I think everybody needs a new charging cord.
Yeah. I like how you were thinking because I could see you thinking. Your eyes went up, back, and forth. That is full on thinking mode. But I'll say this. When you know a package is coming from Amazon, there is nothing more exciting than pulling up the tracking. If you get the tracking, because sometimes you get the FedEx tracking with it, and you're like, oh, yeah, all right. It's in Oxford, Mississippi now. It'll be here by tomorrow. Oh, yes. It's still there. Like, it's still there. What are you doing? Get it closer. Get it closer.
It's so funny because my dog actually has a subscription, so he gets his treats notifications from Alexa every month.
That's amazing. What kind of dog?
He's a Pekingese and a Shih Tzu mix.
Tiny and furry.
Yes, and also very crazy.
I grew up with losses, and I knew I liked you because that's kind of all in the same little family. They all look like, you're not gonna know this as much as my wife, my kids, because I make them watch it. Neverending Story had a luck dragon, and all those dogs look like the luck dragon to me because they're really long and the flowy hair coming down.
Yeah.
Do you even know what I'm talking about?
I do. I have seen that a long time ago, but I have seen it.
That means you have good parents. If your parents made you watch Neverending Story, then you have good parents. They send you phone cords. Yeah. Well, you have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for getting us all set up, ready to go, and allowing me to look normal in my hoodies and shorts.
Thanks, Kramer. Good seeing you.
Bye. I feel like we've accomplished a lot today. I feel like we've talked about all that we need to talk about, whether it's taco sticky backs or Never Ending Story or things that you get from Amazon. So thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you again next week. And if there's some place that you would love for us to talk about, like we still have time for Halloween. I know we got the 4 haunted house places in or haunted places in Franklin put up on our socials. We have the haunted houses to visit for 2021 posted up in our socials. Maybe there's an actual haunted house you would like for us to talk about, like an actual haunted house, like a house that's haunted, or maybe you want to talk about some places that really specialize incredible food for fall or whatever. Let us know. Send us a message. Let us know what you would like for us to kind of dive in on, or it's always cool to share the stuff you love. Like, oh, I wish more people knew about this. Well, tell us about that so we can learn more about it as well and share it all together. So hit us up on all of our socials. And thanks again. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Get out there, be better, and shine on.